Hello, my name is Alexis Fuller, and this is my personal teaching philosophy. All right, to answer the first statement or the first question, necessarily in the ways in which teaching philosophy my teaching philosophy has developed and grown throughout student teaching and including examples. My personal teaching philosophy has not changed since I created it. I still feel like all students have the ability to learn. Even though they might be on different levels than their peers in the classroom, every student has the ability to demonstrate some type of growth. For example, I teach at a Title I school, so a lot of my students are, while they're in seventh grade, their reading levels might be, kindergarten, first grade. So they struggle in those areas. But we try to focus on the growth. So if you're on a kindergarten level, let's try to get you to a first grade level by the time you exit the classroom. Or if you're on a fifth grade level, let's get you up to the sixth grade or maybe even the seventh grade level. We always try to focus on growth. And that way the student will not be necessarily deterred or um, distracted by the terminology used in the classroom or the strategies used in the classroom. We try to aid to their position as far as learning. To answer the next statement, a description of how technology can be used in the classroom. I enjoy using technology in the classroom, although sometimes it can be a distraction for some students when the classroom management piece is implemented correctly and adequately. Technology is a powerful tool. Students like to use technology because it's just engaging first and foremost, and then also the technology it is it can create opportunities for those students who struggle with reading and writing and they can't necessarily write something out, but they can say it. They can use technology to communicate that with me, or interactive games, or reviewing. Instead of just the regular pen and paper quiz, let's do a Kahoot or a Quizlet. Those are some of my favorite resources, and my students enjoy it. They love the competitive piece that some of the resources I use as far as technology is involved. Um, Strategies for implementing the Christian worldviews. As far as utilizing the Christian worldview values as a teacher, I'm not a Christian per se, but you can still implement those values. For example, um, talking to my kids about, they stay in rough neighborhoods. They face things that they shouldn't have to face, especially at a young age. So we try to necessarily talk to them about, okay, if this is going on, how can you solve this problem in different ways? Um, as far as myself, I try to look at me being an educator and me being ethically professional. I try to look at it as every student being my child, or how I would want someone to treat my daughter, who is now 4 years old. So when she steps inside the classroom, I would want the utmost respect shown to her, and I give that to my students. Um, I try to be as professional as possible as far as dressing, how I present myself to my students. And when you present yourself in a professional way, but you're also relatable, your students flock to that. And when students flock to you, they'll engage in your classroom or your classroom discussion. And I enjoy classroom discussions. And that classroom discussion can increase my DOK, higher order questioning. The conversation has to flow. And so, being including those Christian worldviews and being an ethical teacher and all of that ties into one. Thank you so much.